Negative emotions and behaviors often have deep-rooted causes, acting as signals to underlying issues that need attention. For instance, jealousy typically stems from insecurity, fear of loss, or a perceived threat to a valued relationship or possession. It can also be tied to low self-esteem or past experiences of betrayal. Similarly, anger arises from triggers such as frustration, perceived injustice, unmet needs, or a response to stress or fear. Understanding these root causes can help individuals manage emotions more effectively. Possessiveness may come from insecurity or fear of abandonment, often due to past betrayals or a lack of trust in relationships. Guilt emerges when someone believes they've done something wrong or failed to meet expectations. It can also be linked to a sense of responsibility for negative outcomes. Shame, on the other hand, originates from feelings of unworthiness, humiliation, or the belief of being fundamentally flawed, often due to past traumas or societal pressures. Fear can be a response to real or perceived threats, rooted in past trauma or irrational beliefs, while sadness naturally follows loss or disappointment and can result from feelings of isolation or grief. Anxiety arises from excessive worry about future events or a perceived lack of control, often linked to traumatic experiences or genetic predispositions. Envy is driven by social comparison and feelings of inadequacy when desiring what others possess, while regret surfaces from wishing past choices were made differently. Loneliness often stems from a lack of social connections or emotional fulfillment, especially during major life transitions. Disgust serves as a protective mechanism against perceived harm and stems from strong aversions to offensive or unpleasant experiences. Understanding these negative emotions can foster healthier coping strategies, and seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can provide further assistance. When it comes to negative behaviors, like attention-seeking or manipulation, their causes can vary. Attention-seeking often arises from low self-esteem, a desire for validation, or unmet emotional needs. Similarly, aggressive behavior may stem from frustration, anger, or a need to establish control, often learned from violent or abusive environments. Manipulative behavior typically originates from a need for control or external validation, sometimes learned as a survival strategy. Isolation and withdrawal can be responses to social anxiety, depression, or trauma, while dishonesty often serves as a defense mechanism to avoid consequences or protect oneself. Substance abuse frequently starts as a coping strategy for emotional pain, stress, or mental health issues, while procrastination may be linked to fear of failure or perfectionism and could be a sign of ADHD. Self-harming behaviors arise from overwhelming emotions and are often tied to mental health issues like chronic depression or borderline personality disorder. Compulsive behaviors like shopping or eating excessively can be attempts to fill an emotional void or reduce anxiety, often linked to obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, or addiction. Reckless behavior may stem from impulsivity or thrill-seeking without regard for consequences. Addressing these behaviors requires understanding their root causes, which may involve therapy, counseling, or support from loved ones. Developing healthy coping strategies can replace negative behaviors. Emotional sensitivity and triggers, which often lead to negative behaviors, are typically tied to past experiences or traumas. Individuals with high emotional sensitivity can benefit from strategies like mindfulness, therapy, and self-awareness to manage their reactions constructively. It's essential to approach those exhibiting negative behaviors with empathy and understanding, recognizing that their actions may be driven by deeper emotional struggles. For some, frustrating patterns may result from subconscious beliefs or definitions that resist change. Addressing these requires self-reflection or professional help to resolve these underlying issues, facilitating emotional healing and positive behavioral change.